Exploring the presence of animals on your land can be a truly exhilarating encounter. A gentleman once enjoyed the excitement of coming across deserted kittens on his rural estate. Nevertheless, several months down the line, an astonishing revelation awaited him as he uncovered their true identity. Residing in Russia, James was a dedicated farmer who possessed a splendid parcel of land nestled at the foot of Grand Mountains. His personal haven was his porch, a spot where he could revel in the beauty of the snow-capped peaks, while also addressing the strenuous responsibilities that sustained his flourishing farm. Every facet of James' life on the farm was dear to him, animals seeking shelter in the barn during chilly periods included. During the course of a day's search for his tools within the barn, a startling revelation caught him off guard. His cherished pair of gloves seemed to have disappeared. James meticulously combed through every nook and cranny, methodically examining every inch, until his eyes locked onto the recognizable appearance, partially visible from within a cluster of hay bales tucked away in a remote section of his barn. In the act of retrieving his gloves, James stumbled upon an unforeseen revelation. Concealed behind the hay, nestled in the corner, lay a collection of soft gray kittens, seeking sanctuary beneath the loose strands of hay. The presence of these endearing bundles of fur seemed to put James on their wrong side. Emitting diminutive growls, their soft forms displayed an air of wariness, their fluffiness seeming to stand on end as a sign of caution. The sight was utterly charming, yet James found himself unable to approach them closely enough to coax them out of their hidden enclave. Their level of annoyance appeared oddly exaggerated, leaving James bewildered. The kittens' origins remained a puzzle, for they bore no resemblance to typical house cats. Despite James' vigilant observation, their mother never reappeared, intensifying the suspicion that someone had deliberately left them near his farm to fend for themselves. He speculated that the kittens belonged to a stray cat, and their owners chose not to care for them. As James pondered the situation, he realized he faced a significant challenge. His attempts to entice the kittens with small pieces of meat proved futile, as they seemed too young to consume solid food. Furthermore, their playful nature made it difficult to hand-feed them. Recognizing the urgency to find a solution, James made a decision. Equipping himself with thick gloves that provided ample forearm protection, he carefully gathered the feisty kittens and placed them inside a spacious basket. Although the kittens expressed dissatisfaction with being relocated, James understood that he had no alternative. Their survival depended on coaxing them to eat. Fortunately, he remained unscathed throughout the process. Once the kittens were safely inside the basket, James ensured the lid was secured closely as he carefully transported them into the house. He designated a corner in the washroom, arranging boxes to create a sheltered area where the kittens could retreat and hide, as it seemed to be their preferred behavior. James left the kittens in the designated corner, allowing them to venture out of the basket. At their own pace, over time, his house cats began displaying curiosity towards the newcomers. James felt a tinge of concern for the safety of his existing pets, as the kittens had yet to reveal their softer side. He closely monitored their interactions, being cautious of any potential harm they might cause. To his surprise, the kittens swiftly bonded with his cats, and his female cat even began producing milk to feed them. The presence of the older cats brought a sense of solace and companionship to the young kittens, who seemed to find great comfort in their company. The kittens began devouring the meat James provided, gradually allowing him to approach them with greater ease. He felt a surge of happiness witnessing their progress. Encouraged by their development, James sought professional assistance and invited the local veterinarian to examine the kittens. Initially, he worried about the kittens' reaction to the vet's presence, fearing they might launch an attack. However, now he felt more at ease, knowing that seeking medical attention was necessary. It had taken over a month to reach this point of limited trust with the kittens. Though they still displayed aggression if approached too hastily, as spring arrived and brought a slight temperature increase, an unexpected cold snap unexpectedly hit the area, blanketing the surroundings with a fresh layer of snow. Due to safety concerns, the veterinarian couldn't make it to the farm, resulting in the cancellation of the appointment. Meanwhile, the farm became busier, requiring James's attention. Fortunately, the kittens appeared to be in good health, and James didn't mind their presence, even if they didn't become fully domesticated. Amid a bustling life, James found it easy to delay the vet's visit until he had more free time. The kittens ventured into the yard, playfully darting around the farm. James left the washroom's outdoor door open, letting the cats move in and out freely. While he reliably provided them with food and water, they mostly lived like wild cats, enjoying the comforts of a cozy home. Sometimes they opted for self-caught rodents over the food James gave. Also, they often chose to slumber in the barn instead of seeking shelter indoors. A feeling lingered that he had a bunch of pets not particularly attached to him. Yet, being a cat enthusiast, he recognized that certain feline companions naturally retained their independent streak. Nonetheless, the kittens remained lively and consistently adorable. Additionally, the farm's vast expanse accommodated the cats comfortably without disrupting daily operations. The kittens' inclination to seek refuge in different corners remained unaltered, aiding their evasion of unfamiliar farm visitors. Acknowledging this behavior, James embarked on enhancing the farm. Strategically placing substantial rocks and hollowed-out tree stumps, he fashioned covert sanctuaries for the animals. This endeavor brought him happiness, as he delighted in enhancing the farm's ambience for his feline friends. Several months had elapsed since he first encountered the kittens on his land, and their growth was evident. However, a fresh challenge emerged when one of his milk goats fell ill, necessitating a veterinarian's attention. The goat's condition turned out to be a mild infection, easily treatable with antibiotics prescribed by the veterinarian. During their conversation, the vet inquired about the kittens. He suggested looking at them while he was already on the farm, using the opportunity. James anticipated that the kittens would likely be either in the barn or the washroom at that time of day. The opportune moment had arrived to gather the kittens together. Accompanied by the veterinarian, James watched as the kittens swiftly withdrew at the sight of a stranger. To his astonishment, however, the vet erupted into laughter. Curiously, the vet posed a question that unveiled the truth. These kittens were no ordinary house cats. James was taken aback as the vet revealed their identity as Manil or Pallas cats, a breed of wild felines. While undeniably charming, these cats were both rare and endangered, explaining their resistance to domestication. Understanding the significance of their species, James came to the realization that these felines weren't meant to be kept as pets. Collaborating with a local wildlife organization, he became an active participant in their rehabilitation journey, ensuring that these cats could eventually return to their natural habitat. The endeavor became a joint venture, aimed at providing the exceptional creatures with the necessary care before reintroducing them to the wild, their true home. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you.